All right, hey, what's up, y'all? So I want to take a moment and talk about the importance and benefits of having an evening routine and something that's going to help you facilitate sleep a little bit better. We've talked about routines in the past. By the way, we have a really good little workshop with some handouts and a flow for developing health routines. And within that workshop, we talked a little bit about how we need some consistency within the inconsistency, within embracing the wisdom of uncertainty. Because we don't know how our life is going to play out. We don't know how the next hour, day, week, month, year. I mean, we don't want to, because that's where all the excitement of life happens. That's where the adventure is, if we have the perception of it like that. We do have a vision of what we want, and we're moving towards that, but between here and there, we have no idea how it's going to turn out, and that's where all the excitement happens, right? But within that uncertainty, we do want to have some certainty, because we do really well with habits and routines. All right, and the most important things are the things that make us healthy and happy. And then within the context of those things, within that sleep realm, having an evening routine is going to help your body expect these things and make it want to wind down and get into a calm, relaxed state and facilitate some really good quality sleep. So we talked about, and we have at length in our courses, about how with circadian rhythms we need a couple of things. By the way, circadian rhythms is the approximate 24-hour cycle that revolves around the revolving of the sun, the Earth, which gives us a perception of the rising and setting of the sun. And our cells and tissues and organ systems are all having their own little 24-hour clock, which is partially set by the daylight and brightness of the day and things kind of dimming out and cooling off at night. But then we also can set circadian rhythms with consistency in the things that we do. And that's why developing an evening routine is so important and beneficial, because that consistency with an evening routine is going to help our bodies be consistent with getting to bed and cycling through our deeper stages of sleep. All right. So small things add up over time. So we want to be consistent with this. We want to think about, what is the kind of person that I want to be when it comes to this whole health game, right? When I think about the kind of person I want to be, ideally, this doesn't happen all the time. It happens more now because I've been doing it for so long. But ideally, the kind of person I want to be is coming home, I'm having dinner in a decent hour, so I have plenty of space between dinner and my bedtime, so that I can tinker around and do some other stuff. I clean the kitchen, maybe I have like a cup of tea or something, and by the time I get to bed, I crawl into bed feeling lean and mean and awesome, because I did so many great things for my health and my sleep during the day. All right, so I think it's really beneficial to think about, what is the kind of person that I want to be, and visualize what an evening might look like, factoring in the things I'm going to cover here in just a second. And then also just understanding the importance of setting yourself up for success and facilitating it with the things that you want and need around and available. And then also having this perception that I get to do these things to facilitate sleep. I get to, in this modern world, have my tea, have my book, have my music, have my blue light blocking glasses and technology and stuff like that. We get to do these things. We don't have to, we get to do these things. It's a privilege. All right, so I would say the key things we want to consider incorporating into an evening routine would be this. And you can mix and match these, and you can swap them around. This is not in a specific order. I'll give you my routine in a second. So an alarm to help you cue yourself to winding down. So an alarm on your phone that goes off an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours before your projected bedtime. I like an hour and a half, 2 hours, because it gives you plenty of time to do other stuff. All right, so that is an unconscious embedded command to tell your body to start to wind down, and it really works, right? Probably want to factor in dinner and dessert somewhere in there. Blue light blocking glasses, I think, are a no-brainer for every single person in this modern world. I think everyone needs to have them. You put those things on an hour and a half, 2 hours before bedtime, and they're like literally like sleeping goggles, right? Having something calming and relaxing as part of your routine. So I like cleaning the kitchen with some music or some conversation, sometimes reading a book, sometimes watching a movie. Usually, if that happens, it's on the weekends maybe. And then maybe some calm and relaxing caffeine-free tea, like an herbal tea or a mint tea or something like that. And then any applicable sleep supplements, okay? So those would be the things you might want to factor in. I got a list of those things. This is my personal evening routine. About 4:30, I leave the office and I go home and I'm done with work, usually. and I'll go to the dog park and let the dogs kind of wear themselves out for a little bit. Try to make it home by about 5:30, 6 o'clock and have dinner by 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'm trying to be in bed by like 7:30, 8 p.m. at the latest. So that gives me a solid hour and a half, 2 hours of time for my body to digest the food, for everything to move into the small intestine. So anyway, dog park 4:30, eating dinner 5:30, 6 o'clock p.m. And then my alarm goes off somewhere in there, so I'm really habituated to that. And then I clean the kitchen and listen to some music or just have a really good conversation with Arnica. And then I put on my blue light blocking glasses. And then we usually have a little bit of dessert somewhere in there, like some fresh fruit or a approved bowl of cereal, something like that. And then we're usually like reading a book. On the weekend, sometimes we'll watch a movie. And then I'll usually make some tea and have some supplements with it. And that tea and supplements are usually within 30 minutes of going to bed. And then I crawl into bed and I feel great from it. All right. So again, we need consistency with our routines. We need consistency with an evening routine. You don't have to have an evening routine, but it helps your body wind down for sure. The things we want to have in there would be an alarm to kind of kick things off. You want to factor in dinner and dessert somewhere in there probably. Blue light blocking glasses, no brainer. Probably put them on right when the alarm goes off. Something calming and relaxing to look forward to, a book, maybe a movie, maybe a cup of tea or something like that. And any supplements if applicable. Dang, it's so hard for me to say. And if you do all those little things right there over time, you get habituated to it, you're really going to look forward to it, and it's going to facilitate some amazing sleep. All right? So, hope that was useful. Let me know if you have any questions.